Well, I had a request. About what's happening with the virus that's happening right now and the lockdown that the United States is going through. So I said I would do it as a morning talk. He wanted to know how these events are going to affect or should affect relationships. Like most Black Swan events in crisis, it actually brings people together because people are worried about their own safety and security. So the minor petty differences that we normally have will kind of get pushed aside. Women are very good at that, Black women especially. And I already have reports coming in about, as Dr. Johnston calls it, those daddy calls. Women need security or want security in a crisis. But nothing happens overnight unless you get hit by a meteor or something like that. But nothing happens overnight. And with the initial so-called lockdown or limitations that we're under, most people have said it was going to be from about 2-3 weeks, right? So since kids are out of school for a couple of weeks, women are nervous, but they're not scared. They figure a couple of weeks they can ride it out. They might get behind on a few bills or whatnot, but the thing is, eventually they will catch up when they come back to work, right? So women are concerned, they're not really worried, and they're definitely not scared because they think that it's going to get back to normal in a couple of weeks, like a mini vacation without pay. Don't want to do it, but you can get used to it, right? So a lot's going to depend on how long this goes on. If it goes on like a month and the women have a month without pay, you're going to see a very, 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 I would say, severe attitude adjustment. Because it goes on a month, they're afraid it might happen again, even though will probably get back to what we consider normal, but they'll be behind. They owe people money and whatnot, right? So that will actually entice them to look for support. And when I say support, that probably means a man. Even lesbian women know that if they want support, they want to be taken care of, they got to look for a man. So their attitudes are going to be better. Coming out of the crisis anyway, one way or the other, their attitudes are going to be better. If it goes on longer than a month, the attitude is going to be a lot better. If it goes on like the 4 months that they're talking about going into July, it will be a very severe attitude adjustment. And you're going to have to be really, really careful about who you allow into your circle. Because a lot of times it won't be because she likes you, is that you're secure. So you're going to have real strict rules. You're going to have a real strict vetting process. And you're going to have to make sure that you're going to get something out of this. It's going to be definitely quid pro quo. So for you guys that like the trick, you're going to have basically the world's going to be your oyster, especially after the lockdown, because they're going to be hella bored and they want to have hella fun. If you can provide it, the world's your oyster. Goes on longer than that, that's security, because they're going to be scared. And women that are scared run to safety. If it goes on like 4 months, then you have a lot of people that are laid off. A lot of people are already laid off. A lot of people are already going to be in debt. Some of those jobs won't be coming back. A lot of those jobs may be automated by the time they get back. There might not be a position. So you're going to have a big session of musical chairs. Women trying to find a seat. What men need to do is make sure that their shit is in order, that they have a job, that that they're secure, that you have a way of bringing in funds. Ain't no good if you're broke. Ain't no good if you're begging, because the women won't be able to help you. And they're going to be looking for help, not giving help. So I would say, just as a morning talk, that you wanted the women to come back to the table. You wanted them to have an attitude adjustment. Okay, you're getting your wish. I also said, if it did come and it did come like that, you might not like it. You might not like the circumstances that it comes under. So I always used to tell guys, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And Black men have wished for this for so long and so hard, they got it. You got what you wished for, but do you like the package that it came in? Now, like I said, if it only lasts 2 weeks to a month, it's all to the good. She'll get an attitude adjustment. It'll have scared Black women enough to where they're willing to comply and cooperate. It won't change her basic programming, but it will modify it. Like software can modify the basic program. The software will be modified. She'll get a slightly new operating system. She won't be talking the same shit that she's been talking. So what the basic thing you need to do is up your price. She's going to have to give you more towards the good. She's going to have to be worth more. She's going to have to do more. She just can't walk up on you, think she's going to get back in just because. These are the times to try men's souls. These are also the times to try women's hearts. So that beta male or so-called beta male that she would have called herself settling for, all of a sudden he's looking pretty good right now. You might have to start screening your calls for them chicks that you don't want to hear from, because you're going to hear from them. They still got your number. They can still locate you. You're going to hear from them. On a secondary tip, coochie going to get mighty cheap. It's going to get mighty cheap, because I saw an article where the prostitutes are looking for a bailout. Ain't no customers out there making the Cash App ring, okay? So the price of coochie is going to go way down. And if there's layoffs, there's going to be a hell of a lot more people out there. So it's best not to overpay. So you don't have to have 75 on it, like Tony Macy will say. It might be down to like 35. So if you're a man that has it going on, that's stable, your stock has gone up and the price of coochie has gone down. So start acting like it. Start popping your collar. Start making more demands on these chicks. Stop being a simp. Stop kissing up to these women. You ain't got to no more, especially black women. You ain't got to no more, right? Even the most accomplished black women are taking a hit right now, because that affirmative action that would normally take place in these days and times, Becky gonna start looking out for herself, and her white male boss gonna start looking out for Becky. And guess who's the odd woman out? You got it. Told you it was coming. I didn't think it would come in this package, but I told you it was coming. I thought it would be a lot slower, but since it's here, it's here. And after this, it's not going to be the same. This is your new normal. A lot of the changes that will happen, like they said this year, are probably going to be permanent. So for the women out there, time to compete. Because trust me, Becky and Maria are one step ahead of you. When the dust clears and they can come out and they can actually go back to competing again and dating again, they're going to be after your man. And they're going to come with an aggression that you have never seen before. So if you're not up to playing, I don't know what to tell you. You better hope the pro-blacks and the pro-black simps can beg enough black men to go easy on you. But I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, with that, that's all I got for this one. This is BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.